Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Through the Turnstiles of Non-League Football. You all know me. It's Tuesday night. I'm here at Raleigh Playing Fields, here to meet a new team. The manager's here to let us know everything you need to know about it. The team's called AFC Pulce. The manager, you all know, it's Chris Wright. Welcome, Chris.
All right, Steve, how are you doing?
Not so bad yourself.
Yeah,
You've been keeping fine in these lockdown periods?
Yeah, kept busy. Can't be any busier than looking to set your own football club up, Steve, can you? So, been very busy.
Stages all yours. You tell us about AFC Pulse, what league they're going to be in, Saturday, Sunday team, anything.
Okay, so the big thing is obviously a new club focused around having an identity. So the big thing for us is we want our youth teams to adult teams to all play the same way. So we have a philosophy by which they all agree on, which is fast possession based attacking football. So if you watch, for example, if you watch our under-16s play, it should be very similar to how the under-19s play, etc. Now we're not saying we want to take the element of coaching away from the manager, but what we want players to play to an agreed style. You know, similar to how an academy will. So for example, the Hull City's academy will play in X way. You know, they'll look to embed that in their first team and stuff like that. So that's the aim. So initially, to start off with, we're going to start the season with 4 teams. We're going to have an under-16s, an under-19/21s. We're still a little bit unsure with the COVID thing, what league they're going to go in. I mean, ideally they'll go in the Northern Under-19s Alliance. If not, we'll take a hit for a year and we'll go and play in the West Riding Under-21s. The only downside with the West Riding Under-21s is unfortunately I have to go and travel over to Leeds every other week. But you know, it's something we've discussed as a committee and something we're happy to do. Beyond that, we have a Saturday team who've entered the East Riding County League. They'll more than likely start in the bottom league, which the only way is up, as they say. And then our Sunday team will be the same, so they're entered in and they'll be in the All Sunday Men's League Division 4, I think it is. It might potentially be Division 5, I can't honestly remember. So that's the plan with that.
So obviously we won't have any dates because they're still unbarred by the NCL starting at the moment and the Umber Premier League. So no dates set for the start of the season in your league yet, no?
To be fair, we've been quite lucky. The whole Hull and Youth District League, they've already indicated that they want their season to start September, which is good. The East Riding County League, ironically, actually head off today, so they've fired a few things. I haven't read the emails as such yet because I've been busy, as you can imagine. And the Sunday Men's League, I believe they're starting in the second week in September. The only real league that hasn't really got the heads together is the Northern Alliance. But if you factor in, of course, at the moment you've got the local lockdowns with Leeds and the Bradford area, etc. A lot of the sides, like, I don't know, for example, Guiseley and others like that who want to come into the league, they're obviously still in a pungent place. So potentially we might look a little bit later for the 19s, but it's not a problem. We'll keep them ticking over. We're playing friendlies or whatever we need to do to keep them and get them ready for the start of the season.
Great stuff. And obviously it's going to be a Saturday, you says. Any trouble getting players? Are you getting the players to come under you? Like, okay? Yeah,
well, the big thing was obviously it's well known. Where I've been the last 5.5 years on and off, and the key thing was we wanted a whole fresh start. We approached all the players that was in the 19s last season, and what was the under-17s. We asked them what they wanted to do. Some have joined, some haven't. I mean, I think with any team you get natural wastage, don't you? I mean, I was doing the figures from last season. We've only got 4 players, so effectively the rest of it's brand new. In terms of player recruitment, our managers tend to do a lot more of that, as opposed to me wanting to control everything. The thing is, in a football club you can't control everything. You have to allow your managers to bring in the players that they want. So our Saturday joint managers, will say, Sean and Mark, they've been really, really good, brought in some good young players, played a very, very good Humber Premier League side the other night, and the scoreline did them the scoreline did them well, so that was positive. In terms of our 16s, I mean, I read various comments on your Facebook, Steve, about we're this and we're that. That under-16s team is a completely new team. There's only 2 or 3 players that we decided we was going to bring over. The rest we've worked very hard with advertising, inviting players down, word of mouth, etc., to rebuild that side completely. Exactly the same in the under 19 stroke under 21s potentially. And to be fair to our Sunday side, we were quite lucky. My old Cottingham Rangers team, who used to play under 19s, they didn't play last year, but they've decided they want to reform. So, they did approach Cottingham, but the thing you find with some clubs is they don't really want to focus on adult football. They want to just have loads of junior teams and not really go anywhere. So we was kind of like come in, cover your costs, and jobs are good. And so we kind of like acquired them a couple of weeks after we'd set up. So it's like anything. We're quite content. We're happy to grow, but we're not like any other club where for example, if we use Cot, where I don't know, Cot under 16s or whatever, the manager just coaches the team and they don't really have any input. We want, when teams come in, we want them to play under our agreed philosophy. We want them to play the set way. We kind of want the coaches to fully evolve themselves in the club. We don't just want to be a team where I'll use Cot, and it's no criticism. I don't want to be like a Cot where they get to under 18s and that's the end of it. We want exit routes where they can go and play at a very, very good level on a Saturday or a very, very good level on a Sunday. And if the 19s is part of that transition, great. If it isn't, then so be it. It's something we'll address every year. To be perfectly honest, Steve, the 19s, it's about $4,500 a year, so I'd rather avoid doing it. But we do it because our players want to do it.
And you haven't got your own ground confirmed as yet, but this rally playing field, your training ground, is this a temporary, or you're going to move in where you're going to play when it's all confirmed? Yeah,
good point. So the aim is the under 19s playing that league. Obviously, you have to have various things in place. As you know from coming down to a couple of games over the last few years. So you have to have various things in place. So we're still in negotiations regarding where they might play. I mean, we're prepared where if we have to, go over the bridge or whatever, then so be it. We'll just take a hit for a year and look to develop facilities. So terms of Riley, actually, I mean, Hull Titans who are training over there, it's actually their pitch, they train on here, and they pay the council quite a lot of money. So I have to give me thanks to the guys down there. They've been quite happy with us. So long term, definitely not going to be on Riley Field. I mean, I know you liked it because it was blessed from the past we were old school. But
old school.
Yeah, so
all the houses now. I didn't even know it knocked it down. Yeah,
so we're going to long term, hopefully, going to play. Going to play off the Orchard Park area because it's predominantly where a lot of our teams play out. I mean, it might be a case of maybe for the first year, playing on the odd council pitch or whatever, but training's definitely going to be at Sirius North. We've already got that done. It's just a case for the COVID, waiting for schools to reopen. I think a lot of teams are in the scenario where they play on primary schools, secondary schools, etc., and they can't actually get games in because the schools are a little bit.
Because I said about that, and with the schools and the universities, it's supposed to be the same. But as you say, Chalk Lane's got a match at university tonight, so things might be easing a little bit quicker than. And there's a few things on my Facebook now that fans are starting to come back. Yeah,
I saw that. I mean, to be fair, on Twitter there was the big thing today, wasn't it, about the let fans in the hashtag. So I think that's a good thing. I think it's abundantly clear that non-league football, if you want to call it that, can't survive without fans' input. The guy paying his father, it goes beyond just paying to get into the game. I mean, referees' costs, I know from where I've been in the past, 140, 150 quid a go, and if you can't cover that, what's the point? So ultimately there's going to have to be some lenience. I mean, I think the university's only just reopened, and I think it's going to be a case of, well, everyone's going to try and get on there, so we're probably going to take the stance that we're going to avoid trying to book pitches on the uni because it's going to be chock-a-block. And if I was them, I'd put the prices up for a couple of weeks to get a bit of a get a bit in.
Yes. That's great. I mean, thanks for your time. I'll do the elbows.
We'll do the elbow. That's good.
And that's and don't forget to tell your lads in the team about my group so they can join.
Most certainly will, Steve.
And I'd like to thank everybody for joining in. You've heard it all now about AFC Pulse, and I shall be back at the weekend. Well, I'm going to Chalk Lane now, but obviously this will be on after the Chalk Lane game, obviously. But so I'll probably be back on Saturday with a football match. I don't know where as yet, but thanks for tuning in. Thanks for now.